Yo, what is good? We're back with another video, YouTube. It's me, Reptile, and I realized I didn't even say that in the last video, which I totally didn't just record, but I'm here. We are here. And I figured since we just watched a video about them honey buns and shit, I saw this. I was just scrolling on my YouTube and I saw this. Some quick shit. What medieval junk food was like. I don't know what that shit was like. We gonna find out, like, cause I'm curious. Cause think about it, fucking crabs and lobster and that shit, that used to be slave food, bro. Go look that shit up, bro. That high class dining shit, them seafood boiled shit, see, like, bruh, slaves was eating that shit. Isn't that crazy? That used to be considered poor man food. Now it's the whore man's food. You know why I say that? Cause that's a nigga that be a thought slayer. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep talking if we keep going on this topic. So let me just you know, do what we came here to do, which is watch this video. I like weird things and I do enjoy history, so this should be promising.
Stocking up on chips and Twinkies and hitting the drive-thru for a greasy cheeseburger seem like modern institutions, but the world's love affair with junk food is a tale as old as time. Knights weren't exactly galloping their horses through the drive-thru or grabbing candy bars on their way to the castle. Instead, medieval fast food catered to travelers and the poor, and it wasn't.
Damn, bro. Whoever painted y'all, bro, that nigga made y'all ugly as fuck. He did y'all so bad. Like, I know it's supposed to be like creative expressions and all that. It's just damn, bro. Like, he cooked y'all shit, bro. Like, come, how you gonna do that to them? I bet they didn't even look like this, bro. You fried them.
Always tasty. Today in Weird History, we're taking a look at what junk food was like in the Middle Ages. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History channel. And while
Listen. How about this? I'll subscribe if I like this video, because that means you probably have more videos that I like. So let's see how this goes. All right, hold me to that.
you're there, leave a comment and let us know what other historical food topics you would like to hear about next. Okay, time to get medieval on those Cool Ranch Doritos. London is a city known for its
Takeout was invented because poor Londoners weren't able to cook. You know, there's a topic for discussion that could be started here, but I'm not gonna do that right now.
London is a city known for its major landmarks and for being a hub of British culture, as well as being the place where Harry Potter was hatched in Big Ben by owls. During the Middle Ages, London was a center of trade and commerce.
Chat, is that real? I wanna look it up later.
But poverty throughout Europe was high, so for many Londoners, it wasn't easy, convenient, or even possible to cook at home. Cooking equipment and fuel weren't exactly cheap. On top of that, the poor were packed into tenement housing that often didn't have any furnishings, let alone a hearth. Without a hearth, cooking was essentially an unscalable mountain, unless you...
All right, see, that's different. Cause see, I was gonna start this whole thing about people not being able to cook. But you're talking about this because, like, the way he put it before about how they couldn't cook made it like just like that. See, that's crazy. Preconceived notions are bad, people. At the end of the day, preconceived notions are bad, because look at that. Once I got the clearer picture, when he went into more depth about it, exactly what I was thinking was false. So I mean, shit, now I look like a dumbass on my own channel. No such thing as a fucking loss if you learn.
Wanted to fill your home with smoke and risk burning your already meager dwellings to the ground. So people visited cook shops instead, the old-timey equivalent of picking up some takeout. Customers would walk up to the shops to purchase their favorite hot meal. Others would buy what they wanted, then take it home to eat later, because scarfing down a plate of takeout is not always what you want to do in public.
Yo, I'm sorry, but why the f this nigga got this epic ass music playing, bro? I feel like I'm finna slay a dragon or something watching this, brother. Just talking about junk food. Like, he's making junk food sound fucking gas, bro. This heroic ass theme, bro. All right, let me get back to it.
They'd have their hearths outside the shop and would strategically throw food on to cook so that the smell would entice customers over to grab a quick bite.
Yo, that's exactly what them niggas do in Atlanta, bro. Bro, if you guys are from Atlanta, you'll know there's always like, bro, and I swear I see this shit, like, maybe not so much in Fulton, but like in Cobb, bro, it's always niggas on the side of the road. They got the F-150 or whatever pickup truck they driving, a fat ass barbecue pit on the hitch, and niggas is serving plates for like 15 bones, bro. That shit's crazy. That shit started because of these fucking poor niggas, bro. Genius. genius, bruh. What struggle will do to the mind.
The most popular might have been the shops that sold meat pies. Those delicious meat-based treats were a popular seller, kind of like a medieval hamburger.
Meat pies were the Big Macs of the Dark Ages when they weren't spoiled. Oh, ouch.
Everyone loves a Big Mac. There's just something about clenching most of the basic food groups in your fist and then...
Wait a second, hold on. There's no way this is eating this weak ass, is there even a burger meat in there? No, bro. Like, I can't see no burger meat in there. That's just bun. Bro, that's a BOT. Actually, that's not even a BOT. That's a LT, bro. There's no B in there. Pause, but where's the meat, bro? like where the fuck is the meat? Dog, that weak ass sandwich.
So it makes sense that meat...
Also, why is he putting stock footage of this grown big ass eating a burger shirtless, bro? Like... There's so many questions to be asked, bro.
So it makes sense that meat pies, the dark age version of a drive-in hamburger, were so popular. These savory little hot pockets were filling and portable, the mark of a blockbuster fast food item. But Mrs. Lovett's signature dish had a dark side: spoiled meat. As it turns out, rancid ingredients could be a real problem in medieval cuisine.
Oh, yo, I just got the craziest thought right now, right? What if it's like some McDonald's like handbook? Like, what if this was always in the plan for McDonald's to be this big, and it started from like back here, right, with the meat pies and shit? And like, what if the is serving a spoiled meat because it goes back fucking centuries? Like, what if there's like some sacred fucking guidebook that McDonald's has? Just saying, you know, you gotta be thinking about these things.
Probably like it is today, if we're being totally honest. When they...
You see, I'm not the only one.
Weren't recycling bad food, shops often undercooked the meat, which earned some cooks a bad reputation. A saying from the time claimed, God sends the meat, but the devil sends the cooks.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Whoever that nigga was talking about, he tried your shit, bro. I hope you didn't just let him do that. Like, I hope you at least like confronted him about that. Like, I'm not saying you had to murk him or nothing, but damn, bro. That's like, why is that nigga even talking? I bet that, you know what? I bet that nigga can't even cook. That nigga probably trash at cooking. Couldn't be me though.
The shift manager at Waffle House used to say the same thing. Bread was one of the most common foods during Europe's Castle period, but most households didn't have their own grain, so they had to buy it from bakers. And while selling ready-made bread was great...
Damn! Is she AI? Is she like an android or something? Let me chill.
Bakers could do much more than that for their customers. For example, if someone brought their own meat to the bakery, they could have the baker wrap it in bread and bake it. The idea caught on, maybe a little too well. London passed a law in 1350 preventing bakers from charging more than a penny if customers brought their own meat from home. Meanwhile, you bring your own meat to Burger King one time, and they ban you for life. It wasn't like it was a cow. I'm not sure what the big deal was. Another modern-day fast food item came about around this time too: the bread bowl. Modern Europeans pioneered the concept by serving soup and stews in a bowl made out of bread, which they called trenchers. The practice helped bulk up a meal, and was probably cheaper as it cut down on the need for dishes. But bread bowls weren't the only carb-loading option of the Middle Ages.
I just realized they called it trenchers, and these niggas was in the trenches because they were poor and they had to do what they had to do. Full circle moment right there. Real shit. That's crazy. Some crazy ass shit for real.
In addition to being a staple of state fairs and aimless mall wandering, soft pretzels were also incredibly popular in medieval Europe. 3 simple ingredients combined to create the twisted treat. Just mix a little bit of water, some flour, and some salt, and you've got yourself a filling snack officially approved by the Catholic Church.
Now let me tell you, you get you a nice soft pretzel. Yo, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong.
That's right. During fasting periods like Lent, when Catholics avoided eating certain animal products, pretzels often took their place as a substitute. Monks...
Yo, if that's true, there's a discussion to be had in my family.
would hand them out to kids reciting their prayers, while others would distribute them to the poor. Outside of the church, pretzels became a symbol of luck and prosperity. And what's not to feel lucky about when you're chowing down on a handmade pretzel? Nothing completes a fast food run like a 6-pack of booze, because if you're treating yourself, you might as well go all the way. And while drinking alcohol has been a popular activity, medieval Europeans really liked to drink, possibly because they were living in medieval Europe. Not even Lent had any effect on the common folks' thirst for memory-erasing refreshment. Part of observing Lent meant not eating meat, so folks would fill that gap in their regular diets with other things. Fish became the alternative choice for some, others turned to booze. While it provided temporary solace,
But couldn't you say fish is a type of meat? Hold on, let's do this real quick. See, by definition, it is meat, but religious-wise, it's not meat. So, all right, well, I guess we know now. Back to this video, though.
from abstaining, the practice of staying thoroughly soaked through Lent didn't sit well with some prominent religious figures. In 1400, the Benedictine monk Robert Ripon had strong words for anyone drowning their sorrows. He scolded excessive drinking as flying in the face of the abstinence that Lent was meant to symbolize, and opined that people got more drunk during Lent than they did during the entire rest of the year. Of course, he probably didn't have to eat some of the meat substitutes that commoners were forced to turn to, like the mock egg, a dish that was invented as a meat replacement during.
What is that?
He might have been pounding brews in the tavern right beside them. Making a mock egg is easy even today. Just take a few empty eggshells, fill them with a mixture of almond milk jelly and crunchy almonds. Then dye it yellow and choke it down with a mug of ale. Tasty? Now pass the beer, please.
Sweets were so popular that the world's... Oh, reading comprehension. Sweets were so popular that the word dessert was coined. Oh my gosh, bruh.
Sugar is one of those things we take for granted today, but during the medieval period, sugar was pretty hard to come by and was usually out of reach of the masses. Only those who could afford the expensive sweet stuff regularly consumed it. So rather than sugar-filled candy bars, people would flock to the cook shops for treats sweetened with honey. A fritter recipe from the 14th century cookbook Anonimo Veneziano calls for apples, saffron, flour, and honey. An earlier, more frugal fritter recipe was just fried dough, stuffed with gingered almonds and topped with a delicious bee juice. Gingerbread, another popular item for satisfying the peasantry's sweet tooth, also used honey, incorporating ginger, cloves, and pepper, giving it an inimitable sweet and spicy flavor. But when you're in the mood to throw money at a cholesterol spike, there's nothing quite like the funnel cake, a delicious combo of fried dough and powdered sugar. The mother of all carnival foods got its start in medieval times.
He's so right. This is throwing money to throw your life away, and I'm all for it. Not every year, but I'm all for it.
Funnel cakes began as fried cakes called crisps. Because of their sugary topping, the cakes were a rare treat. Since ingredients like sugar was so limited, people would often improvise their own recipes, which is how we got dishes like fritter of milk, which is just fried, sweetened cottage cheese, otherwise known as a dessert you give your kids when you want to punish them. Waffles, as we know them, also came about during this time. The original waffles date back to ancient Greece. Known as ovelios, they were flat cakes cooked between two plates, and they weren't sweet, which is a huge oversight that arguably contributed to Greece's downfall. Later, the Catholic Church began making flour waffle wafers, which typically depicted biblical scenes. But it wasn't until the Crusades when a more recognizable version of waffle batter, combining cinnamon, honey, and cream, really took off in Europe. Thanks to the discovery of the New World, sugar became affordable and accessible to everyone by the 16th century. London even opened a sugar refinery, prompting a trend that continues in modern food processing today, adding sugar to almost everything. Sugary concoctions became popular junk foods during the period, including crispy crusts topped with berries, fruit, or ginger, and a sweet fruit-filled ravioli called cuscanoles. Cuscanoles is just a good name. You can picture that on a Hostess wrapper next to a mascot, like the Cuscanoles Kid. This love of sweetness transformed the European diet to such a degree that the word dessert can even be traced back to this time. Derived from the French word desservir, meaning to clear the table, the French were using it to mean last course.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Because, yeah, that's like, you clear the table for that shit, right? For dessert. And then that's when everyone knows, all right, it's time to get the fuck out of here, because once this is out, I'm out. And I mean, shit, you know, just that is how it is. Be what it be. It's the way the I can't think of another one.
By the mid-16th century, the English later adapted dessert to refer to the final course of fruits and sweets that people ate after their meal. The Cuscanol's kid would be proud. So what do you think? Would you be willing to try some junk food from the Dark Ages?
Hey man, I like this video. So there you go. Told y'all to subscribe. But yeah, man, like this it's a pretty cool vid. Learned a lot in what was it, like 10 minutes? Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Got some good shit right here. Got some good shit right here. But yeah, you know how it goes. If you guys like this video and you want to see more, like and subscribe. Comment down below if you would let me think. Comment down below if you would eat the meat pies or not. Like even if they were spoiled. Like all right. Let's rephrase that. If you were in those times, right, and you knew that sometimes it be throwing in like spoiled meats and shit into the meat pies, are you still eating that shit? Or is you gonna starve? Put that in the comments. I'm curious. Let me know. But yeah.